I mean, like, high school's, like, hard enough. Like, at least, like, I actually liked the learning part. Do you know what I mean? Like, it
Yeah.
must have been so fucking shit for you guys, like, to, like, not even enjoy that aspect.
No, I
Plus,
hated it.
plus high school as well. Because high school's just, like, sometimes always shit. Like, do you know what I mean? There's always going to be a period of school that's shit. But, yeah.
And
That's so
Yeah.
it's
sad.
all, and isn't it? Because
Yeah, it
then
makes me really sad.
even like even thinking about Mags and myself, we love to learn. Where
Yeah.
in fact it's an obsession. In fact, it's like imagine not being stimulated enough, but learning gives you that stimulus. But it's
Yeah.
just the way it was done in those
Yeah.
early years is so different. Now, when you have the time to do it in your own way or process in your own way or learn in your own way, I just always felt that that could have been supported earlier.
Yeah, for sure.
And you see the contrast between even the three of us who you liked the learning and
Yeah.
you didn't feel some of these issues, but then at the same time you have such an awareness of self and you're so
Yeah.
empathetic and you're so validating and empowering.
Oh.
But where did that come from? You who was
Yeah.
in the system still was able to do that, whereas you know, for myself it took years to learn to
Yeah.
understand. And that's always my biggest feeling
Yeah.
when I think about school is that okay, I don't look back like that and in any anger, but you know, at least these are things that can be taught
Yeah.
or like coached
Yeah.
to give everyone that equal chance to be empathetic,
Yeah.
to empower others.
It's
Yeah.
crazy. Like, I feel like, yeah, because I definitely was not the same person I am now then. And it's like, we have to teach ourselves, which I guess, like, yeah, it's just a really basic thing. So that's why, like, with the boys, like, and I feel like that's why they're so lovely and amazing is because I teach them by empathy first. Like, don't do that because think about the circle of events of how you're going to make someone feel.
Yeah.
And, like, think about them. Like, do you know what I mean? So they're, like, really mindful of how they treat each other, how they speak to each other, how they speak to me. Like, you know, sometimes, like, yeah. And it's just, like, yeah, it should be taught in schools because if you don't teach a child empathy, like at a young age, then like that's not something you're born with. Like you have to actually, that's a learned behavior that you learn with your surroundings. So if you don't teach a child empathy, then you're literally affecting their entire adulthood as well. Like they will struggle forever with the concept of empathy. And so, yeah, it's so important to do that because, like, yeah.
Absolutely.
It should be
Yeah.
the main like kind of framework of our society.
Yeah. And it's not
Yeah.
even like even coaching empathy. It's like or bringing more thought to self-awareness and awareness of
Yeah.
others, which will then empathy
Grows
becomes
your
a thing of
brain.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then your boys will be people who will take people with them in their success simply by validating the people around them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
It's like you sit there and go, this isn't crazy. This isn't a new train of thought. It's so simple.
Yeah.
Yeah, and don't also along with that, I think we should also be taught real life in school, like what we should really be expecting when we go
Just
to
life skills. Yeah.
just like when because you really start your life after uni. You kind of really realize what it's like to be an adult after you leave university. But if we knew all those things when we were in primary school and high school and then at uni, I feel like it would be a lot easier to submerge yourself because when you leave uni it's kind of very abrupt. You don't get the same like treatment. You have to pay like what is it, more council tax, you have to pay what basically like all the extra
You don't
bills.
get any discounts on anything anymore.
No
That's
funding.
literally what I was gonna say. You don't
No
get like
funding.
uni days, you get no funding, nothing. So it's kind of like you literally get shat out into the world and then you're expected to know exactly what to do because you finished university, but in reality you've just been in the education system and you've been told, it's semester, exams, semester
The
exams.
structure's there
and
for you.
that's the structure, yeah. And then you leave, and well, I guess actually I've just realised they just expect you to go into a job
Yeah.
that then
You follow instruction
and
well.
you follow a career. Because
Which a lot
I
of
guess
people
that didn't
do, yeah.
actually cross my mind, because for me that was never an option. Like I always knew I wanted to run my own business.
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was
Same.
going to be, but I was like, there's no chance I'm getting a conventional job. Like that would kill me. I couldn't even last 3 months at a regular job.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, because it just, again, like I can't follow that structure.
Yeah.
I struggled at school because I couldn't follow that structure. I also didn't know how to learn. And I actually only discovered that after I met Selby and we kind of had discussions about it. And then I realised that I didn't know how to learn. As in, I didn't know how to absorb the information and make it useful to then be able to translate it to something. Actually, looking back on school, I think I was confused all the time. I didn't actually know what was going on. Like, what we learned, why we were learning it, what they were saying. Like, literally, I feel like it was kind of like a massive blur of it just happened. Yeah, because I moved here, learned English, so I wasn't learning the things that we were learning. I was learning English. And then by the time I learned English, I was already midway through high school. I mean, I could speak English after a year.
Yeah.
But like to properly understand the culture, what everything actually means. Like as I was even saying to Selby last night that I not recently learned what a couple meant, but I used to think that a couple meant a few.
That's American, isn't it? I've noticed American people say a couple, but they mean a few, but a couple is two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we don't do that.
Oh, really? That's
No.
Well, there you go. But like
That
so it's kind of like also
That's funny.
understanding like I'm good, thanks. Understanding like the underlying things in the language as well. So then to be able to write an essay that actually like can articulate something, you need to understand what words mean and like what the deeper meaning is and stuff. So yeah, I just feel like
grammar, all that shit.
yeah. So I remember like trying to write stuff for English class, and I was like, basically I just spoke shit in my exams and tests. Yeah, there's levels in your base. It's very clear what level you're at, and it's kind of embarrassing, you know, because if you're in all the foundation levels, all the fucking bottom levels, and you're just constantly made to feel like you're a dumbass.
Yeah.
You're not good for anything. And and I felt like I had to prove that. So whenever I got good grades, I actually felt like, oh my God, this is not right. And I had one test where I got 98% and I got it and I was like, that's the wrong paper. Like, that's not my test. And then I kind of felt bad that I did well, because I always wanted to live up to the expectation of being dumb, because I was told that I was stupid. Well, at home, I was told that all I would be good for is to be somebody's secretary or somebody's cleaner. All my family told me that, oh, we can't wait to hire you as a cleaner when you grow up.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's like literally the type of shit that they would tell me.
God, that's so mean.
So I grew up thinking,
burn your house down.
I mean, I am pretty fucking good at cleaning.
Yeah.
My house is fucking spotless.
I mean, you are a good cleaner. You are a good cleaner. Maggie comes and cleans my house.
I do. I enjoy doing it. However, that's not all I'm good for.
No.
And that was fucking shit, that I had to grow up being told that I was stupid and that I couldn't
so
do
shit.
anything. But thankfully, now I'm surrounded by absolutely amazing people that completely support me. And I'm doing fucking great. So
You're super smart.
So I'm not actually that smart.
You are smart. You are smart.
I think you are, Max.
Maggie, you're super smart. You know loads of things about loads of different like subjects and everything. Like, you're super smart. You read books. Maggie reads books.
Yeah, anytime I come down, I'm like, Max, I don't know, I'm sort of dealing with something, and then Max is like, all these answers or suggestions.
Yeah, you're like
and it's
emotionally
just
intelligent as well. Like, heightened emotional
I
intelligence.
think that's more important than being book smart. And actually, there was, if if this person hears this, I'm sorry, but I have to tell this. Like, I'm just really sorry. I'm not going to name it, but there was this one person in my school that was honestly the top of the fucking year.
Yeah.
Like, this person was so intelligent when it came to exams. This person had all A's in everything.
Mm-hmm.
But fuck me, there was no general social skills.
No common sense.
No common sense.
Oh.
Like, just not social skills, that was the wrong words, but common sense was
Yeah.
just nothing. Like, do you know what I mean?
That's
In
so
real life, this
funny.
person, I mean, in the academic world, this person would do so fucking well. Like, they would do a PhD, be the top, like, be super, super everything. But in the real world, fuck, you'd be scared for that person to cross the road without getting hit by a car.
Yeah. That's so true.
Yeah, so I think that kind of made me feel better at times because I was like, okay, at least I can, you know, look after myself
Yeah.
in a general manner. I can.
Yeah, that's so true.
Yeah. What do you think the biggest thing is that you've learned from being in care?
Probably like understanding myself or self-awareness or like the function of my behavior and why I act a certain way or think a certain way.